For those of you who've been following the channel, you know that I am a big advocate for resistance band training. I've always enjoyed using resistance bands since I got into it. I still incorporate resistance bands, even though I'm kind of more into weighted calisthenics, suspension training, and things like that. But I still use resistance bands, even incorporated into that. Plus, I use resistance bands just for resistance training workouts. Sometimes I just feel like doing a workout with only resistance bands. And I've been a big fan of Undersun resistance bands, and I've used them for quite some time, but I never actually reviewed the kind of accessories that they had, like the hip bands and the jump rope, which comes in a little bag. And I'll start with the jump rope because if you've seen my prior cardio videos, you see that I will even film myself stumbling on a jump rope because I'm not the greatest at it. I don't really do it a whole lot, but when I'm on the road and I need some cardio and I don't have my pedal station with me or whatever, and I also hate treadmills. I don't like sitting on a treadmill. And I don't have time to go on a long walk to get my steps in. I'll just jump rope, but I'm not really great at it. But I got the Undersun jump rope. It's adjustable, so I like that about it. And you know, it's pretty high quality. I like the handles. The handles are really solid. You know, they rotate on that, so it's real flexible. And of course, you can adjust to your height. James Grage made a video showing how to lay it on the floor, and basically you want to pull it up to the middle of your chest and set your jump rope there. So that's pretty cool. And so it's adjustable. The handles are real comfortable. Kind of got some knurling on there, so I really like it. Insofar as whenever I do jump rope, which I admit is not very often. But if you love jump ropes and you want some form of cardio and you like Undersun as a company, yeah, it's worth picking up. And I really need to find the time to to get more into jump roping because I know it's got a lot of benefits to it and all of that. It's just I'm not the most coordinated person in the world, so I can get I'm up to about, 40 or so good skips, but I'll eventually crack and, have to restart. And no fancy footwork. I don't even begin to try that yet. And like I said, I don't put a whole lot of time into it, but it's nice to have, and that's a nice jump rope. It's comfortable when you work up the sweat and the heat because of the handles. They don't slip out or anything, so it's really good. Now, I know that if you look at things like this, you're thinking, well, those are things that women like. Probably so. But I actually found videos where men use these things too, actually. And I'm one of those because I've found a lot of uses for these, and I really do enjoy using them. I also like using the mini bands, just the latex mini bands and stuff. But I was watching some videos from like the Bioneer and even some bodybuilders that will use these for, hip abduction and things like that. And so I started incorporating that kind of thing in there. And then, of course, I like to warm up with them. But like doing side steps and stuff, as finishers, I found are excellent just to burn you out, especially your quads if you want to do something like that. And because I like to save time, I don't do a whole lot of lunges, just because, I understand the importance of, unilateral exercises like that. But I'm mostly a bilateral person these days just because it saves on time. But then I'll throw in some side steps, as a finisher. And, it really does the job there. So believe it or not, there's a lot of things that you can find use for these little hip bands. So I like them, and these are fabric, and they're really high quality. They only have this particular set only has 2 resistance levels, light and heavy. So, but I think they're high quality. I've had these for years now, and they hold up like the day that I got them. They're just, that's one of the things that you can say about fabric bands more so than resistance bands is I think the fabric bands and you can check me on this, others may differ on this, but I think the fabric bands hold their tension better than the latex bands for a longer period of time. So that's something about it. So I expect these to be around in my toolkit for a long time. So anyway, if you're looking for some hip bands, you want something just for warm-ups and finishers, or you want to add in some accessory work like I do with the side steps and the hip abduction and stuff like that, and you don't have a one of those machines that you can sit down in at Planet Fitness to do hip abduction, pick you up some of these. They're great. I like them. In fact, Undersun's pricing on these is a lot less than when I picked these up, so you can check that out on Amazon. But they're great. They don't come with a cool little bag like this does, but you can just throw them in your Undersun bag that comes with your resistance bands, and it works out fine. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on hip bands and jump ropes from Undersun. Worth getting, especially if you already have a set of Undersun bands or resistance bands in general. Incorporate these. They can add a whole lot. Just when you're doing resistance band squats, you can just use this to put a little bit more tension on the outer quads and things like that. There's a lot of things that you can do with them. So worth getting. And a jump rope, I mean, I'm take it or leave it on jump rope, but I went ahead and bid on it just because I need content and whatever. But it's one of those things that it's a quick and easy cardio that gets your heart rate up, and for me, it also I really still, because I don't do it a whole lot, I really get a nice burn on my calves as well. So I enjoy that. So there you go. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. I don't really care either way. If you want to support Theology, Geek, Fitness, you can do that by becoming a patron at patreon.com. $1 gets you in the door for all sorts of workout video routines, over 100, featuring the kinds of equipment, and you'll even see these turn up in there. You will not see that turn up in there, though. But all sorts of workouts featuring all kinds of equipment that I feature on the channel. And then if you're a $10 and above patron, you get even more bonuses, like getting in on the gear giveaway. So if I add an extra set of these, I'll put them up for offer. If I review a product that I either like or don't like, but definitely not going to use on a regular basis, I give all that away to my patrons. And we've done a couple so far. We plan to do more, so consider that. I'd appreciate it, just like I appreciate you watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.